my. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, MRH. How are you? Hi, DJ Mendingo. Marty, good morning. Shauna, good morning. Gamecock Jenny, good morning, good morning, good morning. Whoo, it's Sunday, guys. And since it's Sunday, I'm not going to drag a disease infested hoe today. But I was in mm, I was in Simply Sophie's live yesterday. I was in and out. I was out with some friends and doing my favorite pastime, may I add. And I didn't get home till late, but I was going to go live. Hi, sweets. Good morning. Uh, you know what? It doesn't show my thing right there because I made it say moral authority. But I'm going to tell you, Kendra, today is Sunday. Sophie, could you please send me that post that disease bitch did with my name in it? So again, you're insignificant to me, but since you want my attention, it seems like you want everybody's attention. And I don't want one fucking call, one DM to tell me about her mental illness. I give no fucks. You speak on others, you will get spoken on, except I'm going to put the facts out. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. But today is Sunday. It's not drag a whole day. Okay? It's not drag a whole day. But your day is coming. It's really coming. And for you to tell me what I can and cannot speak on, or telling, girl, you just got here. Sit all the way fucking down someplace. You another pick me. Okay? You another pick me. My friend, you have no fucking friends. These parasocial relationships that you're establishing means nothing. You want to act like you know everything and you know nothing. You always trying to convince people that you're better and that you're superior than others when you're not. I don't know who you're trying to convince that you're as smart as you think you are. But bitches like you that work for me, girl, I would put you in your place so quick. I don't speak on you. I don't watch you. You're not even in my, oh my God, that might be poor shaming. Let me stop that. It is the wrong way to live your life. I don't speak on her. But you find every reason to put my name either in your hand when you're writing it or in your fucking mouth. And for you to sit there and call somebody white trash when you said that's what I called you, and that's another way of poor shaming. Really? 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 I called you trash, and I meant just that. You are trash. No more, no less. Trash, I kick to the side. I don't even pick up. I'm sorry, sweets. Yeah, I heard what's going on with you. Hi, Wendy. I heard what's going on with you. I had a great day yesterday. I was in and out of Sophie's chat. I go back in there, and I didn't even know this was written. And I'm like, what the fuck? See, I'm not going to go behind a sock account and say what the fuck I have to say about you. I think you a fucking idiot. An idiot. Trash is someone who pawns off their kids, who doesn't take care of their responsibilities, who expects everybody else to do it for them. That's trashy to me. Bitch, you don't want me. You don't want any of me. And I mean it. I don't want a DM. I don't want a fucking phone call. Because I always have to take the high roads. But no, bitch. Not this time. And I don't give a fuck who you go crying to or I didn't deserve that. You're going to deserve every fucking thing that I dish to you. Promise you that. You really don't know me. Oh my God, sweets. I got here last night. Well, 12:30 this morning. I left here. I didn't get to watch anything. I was talking to Amber. Amber had me laughing so hard. Amber was telling me that she had taken, I forgot what that shit is called, a nub, a dub, or whatever. And she told me that she was high as a kite with the night before. And I was like, huh? I was like, Amber. She was like, girl, yes. I live in Spokane and there's a dispensary on damn near every corner. It's like a 7-Eleven or Num Num. Hi, just saying. And I'm just like, I haven't went into a dispensary, but she told me which one that she had, and I got to ask her again. Is Granddaddy something? Is it Granddaddy? I can't remember. But I said, okay. She said it just relaxes her. I was like, okay. She said she had it for a while and she goes, hey, I might as well do it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go to the dispensary, I guess, and I need to get something. No, I can't stand the smell of marijuana. It makes me gag. I can't. Now, maybe an edible. I probably can do that. Playing with these puppies makes me want another dog. I will be getting one of my grand dog's babies in about 2 years. Good for you. Hi, sweet potato. Amber's puppy. That cocker spaniel is just gorgeous. It looks like a toy. That dog is so beautiful. And hi, Wicked Wisdom. And her dog is deaf. So she's been trying to train it with hand signals. Well, I think she has trained her dog with hand signals. But I'm just like, hit the likes, guys. Thank you. Um I'm serious. I got so mad yesterday, Sophie, that my aura was just thrown off. It was just thrown off. I was in a good mood. I was happy. We were hanging out and doing my favorite pastime and doing my thing, of course. But when I heard that, it was like everything in me. I did. I was, hi, Jody. Good morning. Shauna, I'm so happy to see you. Um, I understand that you had some things to say. Oh, Lisa just went live. I don't know if you're gonna go up on Sophie's panel or not. But I applaud you. Heidi, where did you see or hear about Platteville? Um, they were talking about it. I think it was Sarah Frazier was talking about it. Sophie, it's not your fault. You see, when I tell somebody I don't watch, that means I don't hate watch you. I don't look at your community posts. I don't want anything to do with you. If I see you in a chat, I see you and don't see you unless you say something stupid. I was so mad yesterday. I left voice messages for a few people. I was like, oh. I said, when I get home, I'm going live. And I got home and I was like, yeah, let me take a bath. Let me crawl my ass in my bed. I was just like blown the fuck away. And when she was speaking about the Jewish, oh God, it was 60 years ago. Okay. We call people like that know it all that don't know shit but think they do. Or we call them what is it? Smart Alex. Oh, now I know. Apparently, Kendra was running her mouth about me as well, simply because I said a bookkeeper and a CPA are not the same. And they're not. They're not. They're not. But I can be as smart as a third grader too. Okay. Anyway, oh my God, so much shit. So much shit. So yesterday we talked about the Tippies that were murdered. I said yesterday, I said I was reading, I was looking at something, I think it was on TikTok. And I said, somehow or another, the ex-husband, you remember I said he shot him he shot him multiple times and only shot her once in the chest. Good morning, Gigi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everything. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, your grand dog. He's all dressed. He's at the doggy pool. That is so cute. Please tell me that's not a bathing suit that dog has on. A swimsuit. Oh, sweet. Oh my God, that looks good. It's that the pork butt you did? That looks so good. So, um, and we were talking about it. And we played that 911 call. We started, I'm gonna play it again. And then the 911 call when Diddy, and not P. Diddy, but Diddy, Ditty, got to the house and saw his friend on the floor. The kids were crying, and he was trying to get them out the house. So they had been shot, and those kids had been in that house with their parents, deceased bodies. Okay, come to find out, when they called 911 the first time, they went to the wrong house. But we heard that dispatcher with her nasty ass ways. She would have to go. She would have to be fired. Point blank, period. Bitch, you gotta go. That is not the way that you talk to people that are calling in with an emergency. That is not the way you talk to people. So they arrested her husband. I'm going to say something. Kendra has a thing with trying to humble Black women. Yeah, she's got the wrong Black woman. She did the same thing with Mandy. She has entitlement issues, and I've noticed it for a while. Yes, she does. Hi, Selfie Queen Cindy. Good morning. Then that little comment she made that her boss was a Black guy from the last job she got fired from, and the reason he fired her because she was white. No, bitch, you were incompetent. Incompetent. Nothing to do with you being white. I led a team of all white people, 9 of them. Always think you know more than others. We learn every damn day. I think I know everything there is to know about supply chain. But guess what? I learned new shit. Well, I learned new shit every time. I always got somebody's name in her fucking mouth. Hi, Yasmina. Good morning. And then, so before I actually move on to the other news and stuff, so I listened to Flavor last night as I was going to sleep. Hi, my savage. Good morning. Good morning, Savage. Jody, good morning. I hope everything is good with you. Sweet Potato, the same. Yasmina, the same. It's Sunday. It's cold as hell here. We still have snow on the ground. We didn't get any snow yesterday, but when I got outside to my car last night, my God, I had to defrost my windshields, the back and the front. I mean, there was ice all on my windows. Kendra said I was crying. She said I'm a loser. Girl, stop. I stated a fact. Oh, did you raise your kids, Cindy? Okay. That's all I'm going to say but that. Okay. I'm late watching Grey's Anatomy. Did the ex-husband and that's what we don't know. But the ex-husband, they were married for a short time, Marcia. So we're going to get to that. No, Gigi, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't derail. I'm actually paying attention to the chat because I don't have nothing else up on the screen. So I'm paying attention to my chat. But Selfie Queen, it's I didn't listen to her. I heard what Sophie played, and then I saw that Shit Show had did a live, and I was about to watch it this morning. I said, no, I'm just gonna go live. So I'll watch the Shit Show stuff after this, because this title just intrigued me. I'm like, okay. But and because I had left Sophie's for a little bit. We were eating, and then when I went back, I said, shit, Sophie's still live. And not even 10 minutes I was in there. But I think I'm the moral authority. Bitch, I never gave myself that name. But I do have morals, okay? And I'm definitely not a hoe. And I also have integrity. Okay. Okay. Do we get that? I bet if you took an assessment test, oh, you can't. You've never been in management. Oh, oh. And the fact that you said that I hang out with, what did she say? I got that message. Hold on. That hold on. Let me go look at Sophie's thing, because I think Sophie sent it to me. And I'm sitting there going, bitch, are you serious? Are you serious? Uh did she say that I hang out with trash or white trash or whatever it was, but you contradicted your dumbass self with what you said a few weeks back, I guess, or a month or so ago? See, people like you, I just brush it off my shoulder because uh it won't be a fair fight. Won't be a fair fight, girl. Won't be a fair fight. Okay. And when I heard, who was that played it? Who was that played when she said that her resume is probably better than Geneva's? Uh how many jobs do you have on that resume? Oh, yes, you did raise your sons, even with me having been a fuck up. But there you go. Hi, Pat, my rock. They were married 7 months only. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So, oh, I wanted to say this. So I was listening to Flavors Live uh last night, and she was covering, is it Maria V? I don't know. It's a lady from the UK, I guess. And I'm just gonna say this. I agree with this lady. You don't want to see anybody homeless, regardless of your feelings towards that person. And that's why I had some sort of empathy for Kendra, because of the situation she was in. Yes, wicked wisdom. That is my field. Inventory, production, materials, everything. That is my field. I've been doing supply chain since I was 24 to 25. At one point, I was the assistant director of operations when I was in Virginia. So that is my field. No, you are not trash, Savage. But I think she was trying to throw that dig at Selfie Queen, JJ, and Sophie, because those are the people that she wore down and wore down and wore down with her neediness and always needing to be heard. That's her. Always got something to say about something. I'm just a high shit show. I'm just a little pissed. You guys come over here. You know I don't have nothing to do with that. That's trash. Trash. Not white trash. Trash. Trashy trash. Okay? You look trashy to me. The fuck? I just fixed She's smarter than a third grader. Oh no, is it a fifth grader? Anyway, so I was listening to this. Oh, her name is Marvi. That's her name. It seems like you guys don't know this community, maybe you do, that Jenny Jen Jen is reveling in the fact that Bombshell was evicted. Now Jenny Jen Jen sits on YouTube sucking on oxygen, living with her mother, which I understand that her mother takes care of all of her needs because allegedly she's disabled. Okay, but you're sitting there. Oh, rubbish. Okay, I got you. Yes. So she's sitting there making fun of somebody else's misfortune. Okay, that is not something that you do. And then the fact that she had somebody, well, she had this lady, Michelle Sabate, who went to help Bomb to get her stuff, record and take videos of all of Bomb's stuff on the street. Jenny Jen Jen, there's a special place in hell for you, bitch. Your oxygen tank and all. And I subscribe to Marvi's channel, and I hope she drags you over the fucking coals. A 15 bean soup. I'll be listening while I enjoy. Oh my God, that sounds savage. I actually like a 15 bean soup. You went, she's a fucking scammer herself. What, during the summer, they were supposed to be giving away a computer, right? They were supposed to be raffling off a computer, but she wanted you to be a member. Yeah. She wanted you to be a member in order for you to be entered in this giveaway. Now, then some lady gave a whole lot of money. First of all, you cannot do that. If you're going to do a giveaway on YouTube, you don't have to be a member. That is against TOS. And everything she says is, like she's a boring bitch. Is what she is. I was listening. I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand this woman's voice. And you can hear you can hear the oxygen thing going. But you're going to sit there and make fun of Bombshell? You're a fucking scammer. You've got a bunch of scammers over there in your chat. You got this lady named Toast who said that she was hit by a drunk driver, but yet she gets up and pretend that she's her sister on the panel. Where is all that money? Then you have that spreadsheet with everybody's names on it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Boy, y'all, I'm telling you, these people are getting under my damn skin. Damn, Jody, open a window when you're finished. I was listening to that shit, and I was, hi, sassy nerd girl. I was listening to that shit. No. Why are you making fun of this woman? Because if it wasn't for your mother, bitch, who's going to take care of you? And if something happens to your mother, where in the fuck are you going? To a nursing home, maybe? Oh, yes, they had a spreadsheet over there as well with everybody that was in Bomb's chat who would donate money to her. They looked up your name, your job, and all this other stuff. Oh, that's fine. These are my views and my views alone. Good morning, George. How are you, sweetie? Oh, yeah. Yes, I heard Marvi talking about how she had a spreadsheet with everything that was out there on Bombshell's lawn. You take the time to look to see what was on the street or on the lawn when she was kicked out. Her name is JJJ. Jenny Jen Jen. You took the time. But Marvi said she think it was ChatGPT that did it. She had a spreadsheet with everything that was out there on Bombshell's lawn that was put out. Also, I heard a video the other day where Mom was saying that Michelle had stole some jewelry and stuff, but before then, she said she had all of her stuff from her mom and her dad. So it's bad that she was put out. I feel bad for her for that. I do have empathy for her for that. But to sit up there and make fun of it, no, no, not at all. Jody, you don't want to be in that. Thank you, sassy nerd girl. I was just about to tell her, don't go there. Stay away. She has gone after Bomb for years and nothing, 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 nothing. I stated my reasons for leaving, and I just didn't like being lied to about a couple of things. And then when you're forced to say the truth, it come no, I don't deal with that. Yeah, she's batshit crazy. Georgia, you gonna go live today? Yeah, they're batshit. Well, she's batshit crazy. She is batshit crazy. Yeah, that spreadsheet was sick. Oh, and Michelle is a known fucking racist. A known racist. People in Jen's chat don't like Michelle, but she brings her own panel. Flavor had a text message from Michelle where she's saying Nigger and talking about the black people she's around don't say shit. Girl, I wish you would say that to a black person in their face and see what the fuck happened to you. I want you to say it in their face. Yes, that's what she had. Bombshell and Jugs. You know, we call her Lisa over here. Jugs. That's what she did. Spreadsheets. Hi, my Mugsy. Oh, okay. So Georgia's going live. So let me get this over with. Okay, who has you blocked? She has made spreadsheets on Bomb before. This bitch got all this time on her hands. You need to work from home, bitch. Work from home. You got all this time on your hands. Work from home. You got time to do spreadsheets. You got time to sit in a Discord all day making fun of people. You could, if you listen to her, she sounds like a little bitty little woman. And you got, you know, you, you know, you know, you know, like, shut the fuck up and get a better vocabulary, bitch. Did Michelle ever move out of the house and did she stop? Michelle is still drinking. Michelle moved out of the husband's house, ETN's house, and high avoiding eye contact. And she's supposed to be living somewhere with Mike, but from what I was hearing, they were playing last night. Again, she and Mike is done. And I heard that Jenny Jin was texting Mike. Why are you texting a sub's boyfriend? What the fuck? Heidi, she have told me that who said you're stupid, Angel? I'm serious. Selfie, if you go listen, all you're gonna hear is this. And then she like, you know. I was listening to Flavors live on Rumble and I fell asleep, but I said, I gotta finish this live because I was cracking up. Yeah, JJJ called you an idiot. Really, JJJ? Really? Really, girl, there's a special place in hell for you. And I can't wait to see you go there. Okay? She has no, well, a reptile she may be because it sounds like, yep. Let me stop. Okay. I don't understand sitting in Discord when not in DC, being on YouTube. Like, I don't know. I don't have time for all that shit. I don't. I've been checking my IG messages more lately than I normally do. I don't have time for it. People got life fucked up. But before I do that, I want you to hear this real quick, okay?
Agent in Minneapolis. Yesterday, the vice president, J.D. Vance, he said that ICE agent in Minneapolis has, quote, absolute immunity for the crime he committed of
Nope, he
murdering an
doesn't.
American citizen. Do you
State
feel like
law
now
is
they're
state
going to let
law.
ICE do whatever they want and face even less consequences than cops? That is not the law. Yeah. Fuck J.D. Vance and the couch he came in on. Yeah. Right? He wouldn't know the truth if it smacked the eyeliner off of him. What he's using this moment for is sinister. It's evil. He walked into the White House press room and demonized a mother who just died in front of her wife for no reason at all. In fact, we found out today her last words alive were, "I'm not mad at you." Mm-hmm. And the last words from ICE to her were, "Fuck you, bitch." Yeah. That is this administration. That is unconscionable. That deserves to be held accountable. Those ICE officers should be prosecuted, and anyone who's complicit in it, including J.D. Vance, should face those same consequences.
There we go.
Yesterday,
So
the vice
I was listening to that, and I was like, okay, everybody has different views on this, okay? But I don't give a shit. It was pure D murder. Look at my stinkers. Okay, I'll take a look. Pure D murder. Murder. Hi, my Ann. Cheeto, Guido. Not state. He can't. Federal, not state. Okay, thank you, Selfie. That's what I thought I saw come across my phone. But yes, so today is Sunday, so I'm not going to drag a hoe today. But I said I said a little bit what I have to say, but you're going to get a taste of me, and you're really not going to like me at all. I have taken it easy on you twice. Bitch, I have no more sympathy for you, no empathy, no nothing. I have no feelings towards you. You think you can come out your mouth and say what the fuck you want to say, and there won't be consequences, but you will receive them from me. Selfie Queen ignores you. Cindy ignores you. JJJ ignores you. Bliss Chris ignores you. Everybody ignore you because you're insignificant. You a fucking bug that I will stomp on. I don't have to keep proving to people my self-worth or what I believe my self-worth is. I don't have to keep convincing people that I know what I do, that I know, that I can do this, and keep trying to explain shit. Hi, my Ann. That's you. No self-awareness. None. And when I reheard that stream of you talking about the ex-boyfriend who married the woman and you got knocked up when you were 15, you sounded fucking stupid. Pure D stupid. Fucking what piece of... Okay, let's get here. Let me show you what happened because George is going to go live. So we're going to, but I want to talk with Timothy Busfield first, okay? You know Timothy Busfield, who's Melissa from Little House on the Prairie. I forgot her name. Melissa Gilbert's husband, okay? Back in 1996, he paid off $150 for a sexual against little boys again, okay? Against little boys. So he was slapped with a lawsuit this week for making sexual contact or touching these twins inappropriately who happen to be boys.
An arrest warrant has been issued for Emmy-winning actor and director Timothy Busfield, best known for roles on The West Wing and 30-something. Busfield has been charged with child abuse and 2 counts of criminal sexual contact of a minor.
The abuse allegedly occurred while Busfield was directing a show in New Mexico called The Cleaning Lady. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Hollywood with the investigation tonight. MB.
I watched it.
Yeah, and Mike and Jared, that arrest warrant was issued today after a criminal complaint was filed earlier this week. Now, I have reached out to the Albuquerque Police Department to find out exactly when that arrest is supposed to take place, but have yet to hear back. An arrest warrant has been issued for actor-director Tim Busfield after allegedly inappropriately touching minors several years ago on a TV show set in New Mexico. The alleged victims are twin brothers who worked as actors on the set of a TV series that Busfield directed called The Cleaning Lady. The show aired for 4 seasons beginning in 2022.
And I think it's on Netflix now. Well, I think that's where I watched it at, on Netflix.
We obtained and shared the criminal complaint with KTLA's legal analyst, Allison Treasel.
After reading the complaint,
so in 1996, he paid $150,000 for a child abuse case in 1996. Melissa Gilbert was there when the police went to question him on these new charges.
the allegations against Tim Busfield are extremely serious. He is looking at 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor and 1 count of child abuse.
68-year-old Busfield is married to Melissa Gilbert of Little House on the Prairie fame. He has starred in numerous shows and movies, including Field of Dreams.
What is wrong with these baseball field with these fucking kids? What's the other show? Heaven Can Wait, or whatever. The daddy that was on that show, he was messing with little girls. Oh my God.
Middle of nowhere, and you sit here and you stare at nothing.
As well as The West Wing and Revenge of the Nerds. He's accused of touching the twins in their private areas.
While the allegations are serious, Mr. Busfield is presumed not guilty, and these are allegations stemming from several years ago when the minor was allegedly 7 or 8 years old.
Okay, just like they did Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson paid off that first one, okay, when he was told not to pay them off, but he wanted it to go away. Then when the young man gets of age, he says that his dad did it for a quick money turnaround, but nothing ever happened. This mofo paid off a sexual abuse thing in 1996 and then turn around again in 2022 and do the same shit. But now they're pressing charges.
And the minor has given conflicting accounts.
According to the affidavit, Busfield denies the allegations and says it's revenge for not bringing the boys back for the final season.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. I don't think it's revenge because you have a history of being a predator on minors. You did it in 1996. If you weren't guilty, why pay the money? People should have learned that shit from Michael Jackson. R. Kelly didn't pay and he's in jail. Okay, so just saying. Diddy didn't pay. Cassie filed that lawsuit. That opened a whole damn can of worms on his ass. Okay.
It appears, though some of the witnesses interviewed said that he was potentially creepy or that the child seemed uncomfortable, there are no other people other than the minor child that saw any criminal behavior.
Yes, he's married to Melissa Gilbert.
And I did speak with the twins' mother tonight by phone, but she said she was unable to talk to me because she was in the presence of her sons at the time. Now, I also did reach out to the representatives for Busfield, but have yet to hear back. For now, reporting live here in Hollywood, Mary Beth McDade. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
So I get it. The minor is telling conflicting stories. He was 7 or 8. There were twins, okay? I understand that. I get all of that. But again, you have a history of doing this back in 1996. Do I believe it? Hell yes, I do. I do. I believe it. So let's listen to this 911 call, and then we're going to learn all about the vascular surgeon that killed his ex-wife. Okay, let me get this up here. I found the recordings in the Daily Mail, which I subscribe to, and I really like the Daily Mail. But on this one, they break down how long the marriage was for. This is when they're saying that the cops had went to the wrong home, but
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm okay.
This is a call in April.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're crying. Do you need police, paramedics, or anything?
No, I'm okay. I promise. I'm just emotional. I'm okay. I don't need nothing.
Well, can I ask what had you call 911 in the first place? Like, were you having an argument with somebody?
Me and my man got into it, but I'm okay, I promise.
Did anything ever get physical?
Okay.
No.
You guys were just arguing, nobody hit each other?
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking that could have been the babysitter. That's what I was thinking. Hold on, let me stop this. That could have been the babysitter. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, could that be the babysitter that was arguing with her boyfriend? Because, hold on, let me get back to where I was. I'm thinking that could be the babysitter. That's what I'm thinking. Because it wasn't her voice. Her family said it wasn't her voice. And then the 911 call. Now, here's a video that shows, and you're going to see how tall this guy is as well. But let's look at this one. So the Daily Mail has everything. But here's the 911 call from his friend, Diddy. D-I-T-T-Y. Not D-I-D-D-Y, Diddler, but Diddy.
Okay. Is there an apartment letter? Okay. Is there an apartment letter number?
No.
What's the emergency?
Somebody's knocking on my door.
So this is the call from a neighbor that someone was banging on her door. I think he had the wrong house, but someone was banging and banging on her door, and you can barely hear her because she's whispering. So if you have on earbuds, I think this would work for you.
They're trying to get in. They're banging on my door.
Okay, someone's banging and knocking. Do you know who this is?
No.
Do you have a description of them?
No, I can't see any face downstairs.
Have you told them, have you asked them what they want or if they need something?
No.
Okay, what's your name? All right, I've got it sent up for someone banging and knocking on the door. If anything escalates or changes, give us a call back and let us know. We'll get officers there as soon as we can.
Now, this was the neighbor, or some houses down. I'm trying to find. This is the ex-husband. Okay? That is the ex-husband. There is the doctor, Michael David McKee, 39 years old. Okay? There he is right there. This is really, really sad. So in this article, it states that they were married for a short period of time. Let me get back here. They were married briefly from August 2015 to, I think, 2016, because 7 months later, they filed for divorce, okay? In that divorce paperwork, this is wrong. She wanted to keep her rings, not because he paid. She paid for the rings. She said it was separate property. She paid, not he, $2,500 for her engagement ring and $3,500 for the wedding ring. There was also a stipulation in the separation paper that Monique, they call her Mo, was to pay back McGee $1,281.59 for miscellaneous debt. Okay. If she did not reimburse him by July 1st, 2018, he was going to charge her 23% interest. All right. Now she paid for her own rings and you're asking her for this money back. But okay, that's on you. Now, they filed for divorce in different, well, she filed in Ohio. He was in Virginia. Okay. He was working at a clinic in Virginia. She worked for Nationwide at that time. Now, when the divorce documents were filed in the separation, there was an RO placed as well, a temporary restraining order, requiring both parties to refrain from harassing, interfering with, or assaulting or doing bodily harm to the other person. And when she filed, she says that they were incompatible. That's what she said, incompatible. Yesterday, I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. Are those his kids? No, they're not his kids. Here's the video again of him walking away. Oh, okay. There is him again, walking away. The dentist is 6'2". They said they tracked him while he's walking with all of these surveillance cameras, and they tracked him back to his car. Guess where they found the car? In Chicago, where he resides, in this high rise with almost $1 million apartment or condo. Okay, let's get to Ashley Banfield, because I said I was looking. I told you, but the ex-husband was coming up. It's just weird. A lot of people pay hush money. Yep. Her sister is Darlene from Roseanne. Yes. That's Melissa Gilbert's sister. It's a lame excuse, Sassy. You're right. Let's see. Just Beto, I am so happy to see you. Just Beto, I was over in Michael's last night with Cranky for a little while. Hadn't been there forever. I heard a little bit of his too. He's in jail here in Rockford. Scary. Was a vascular surgeon, Minnie. This is a specialized field. A vascular surgeon. That is what, 10, 12 years of schooling? Hold on. Let me go to Ashley. So I'm telling you, her parents got a retired judge to fast track that divorce. She paid for a private judge. She paid to file. Hi, Mike KK. She paid to file, and it stated that she paid for a private judge to hear the divorce. Yeah, they found his. Yeah, I said they found it in Chicago. I mean, Illinois. I'm sorry. Rockford, Illinois. Thank you. Chicago is the city in Illinois. Thank you very much, Minnie. Yes, thank you. Thank you. He lives in yes. Well, at that time, I don't know if he was still, I think he graduated in 2016 or 2012. I can't remember. I think 2016. Yes, his office was in Roxbury. Okay, so let's look at this. Yeah, I said Chicago. I'm sorry. I meant Illinois, but Rockford, Illinois. That's where they found the car at. And it wasn't a rental car. It's his car with all of the surveillance that we have these days. You would think, and that's why he was all covered up. Okay, this is Ashley. Now, she had already recorded her show for that day. And then this breaking news came in. How you pay for a judge. The same way you pay for a priest or a reverend or whatever to marry you or to do your funeral services. They get paid for that stuff now. But they paid, well, she paid for a private judge. That's what it was. They said she paid for a private judge. Let's listen to what Ashley had to say.
Kind of did a, how didn't we go there, right? Police say that the man taken into custody is Michael David McKee.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes, guys. Look at his jawline. Oh my God. Look at his jawline. Little bitty pursed lips. He has no fucking lips. I'm glad she married that other guy. I think it was jealousy. She didn't want him, but now she's happy. I think he was still pining for. Remember when I said it? He shot that guy 4 times, but he only shot her once. Once. Sick. Soulless eyes, KK. Soulless eyes.
He is 39 years old. Court records list his address as 2100 North.
Now he's 39. The dentist was 37. Mo was 39 as well. This is the condo he lives in, or apartment building he lives in. Look at that. No, that's the vascular surgeon that committed the murder. Well, that's been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. That's the ex-husband. You mean to tell me that she dumped your ass and you were going to be a specialized surgeon, a vascular surgeon that's going to be making all of this money? You must have been a piece of shit. And she found happiness with a dentist. A dentist. Which you probably thought that dentist was beneath you because you are a surgeon. You specialize in vascular surgery and you married a dentist who is beneath me. You felt superior. She dumped your ass.
Lincoln Park West,
Hi, KK.
an apartment in Chicago.
Exactly, yes.
Mr. McKee is 6'1", about 200 pounds, brown hair, green eyes, and all that description is great.
He carried that
But
grudge,
this description is way more important. He is Monique Tepe's ex-husband.
Look how pretty. Look how that smile. Look how happy this woman was. They traveled. They did everything with their kids, with their family. She married the goofy dentist who the vascular surgeon thought was beneath him. She married this man right here. She dumped your big jaw ass with your soulless eyes, and she married someone that had a genuine smile. Look at that. His eyes are smiling. Her eyes are smiling. I got to see some wedding photos of the two of you to see if she had that kind of smile on her face. And he must be a damn good dentist because her teeth are gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah. Not many people knew that she had an ex-husband. Oh. I'm going to tell.
Sorry. I don't know what I did. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Tell you a lot about this because it was kind of a blip in her life. Maybe more than just a blip in a matter of time that she was married. Maybe there was something really big there because clearly if he's guilty of this murder, holy shit, something really went sideways in that marriage. But there's something else you need to know. He's a medical doctor. A medical doctor. His practice is listed in Rockford,
and
Illinois.
Bryan Kohberger was a PhD student. She makes a reference to that as well in this broadcast. Bryan Kohberger was a PhD student. We had a doctor in Houston that killed his wife. Doctors kill wives. Dentists kills wives. People kill. It doesn't matter what your profession is. He is a sick bitch. She dumped him. He still held a grudge. And the fact that he saw these wedding pictures all across social media, I'm sure he had been stalking her for years. He saw how happy she was, and the fact that she had kids with another man. How dare she?
Illinois. That matters. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But
yeah, that's the
what
doctor.
Kind of a doctor is he? A very, very specialized doctor.
Yeah,
He is.
So the wedding picture I just showed, no, that wasn't, no, that's the new husband. No, that's not. Oh yeah, that is him. Oh my God, he looks different. Yeah, this is the surgeon. Thank you, Minnie. Well, she was happy in that photo. She was happy. I'm not going to take. That is the surgeon. Thank you, Minnie. That's the surgeon. Because her wedding dress to the dentist is totally different. I thought she changed dresses, Minnie. Thank you. But that is the surgeon right there. Thank you, Minnie.
Ex-husband. Yeah. Not many people knew that she had an ex-husband. I'm going to tell you a lot about this because it was kind of a blip in her life. Maybe more than just a blip in a matter of time that she was married.
See, I just listened. Yep, that is the surgeon. Oh my God. I said I was going to find some pictures of them. And there they are. I was listening. I didn't pay attention.
Married. Maybe there was something really big there because clearly if he's guilty of this murder, holy shit, something really went sideways in that marriage. But there's something else you need to know. He's a medical doctor. A medical doctor. His practice is listed in Rockford, Illinois. That matters. I'm going to tell you why in a minute.
Why does he keep looking different, though? He looks so much different.
What kind of a doctor is he? A very, very specialized doctor. He is a vascular surgeon. And WebMD says he works or worked at OSF Children's Medical Group Congenital Heart Center in Rockford, Illinois. According to WebMD, he graduated from Ohio State University Medical School in 2014. And I want to just tell you how...
Now, don't you think that's weird? He graduated from Ohio State University, and so did the dentist. And they were like 2 years behind. Well, McGee is 39. The dentist is 37. Look how thin she is there. She looks better and healthier. Yes, she does. But so do you think they could have known each other? That's my question. He graduated from Ohio State. The dentist graduated from Ohio State. But every photo we see of him, he looks different. Oh, you think it's steroids? Okay. All right. Thank you.
How specialized this guy is and how much time he has spent in university. While in the back of my mind, again, the Idaho PTSD is kicking in because, you know, we never expected that the guy they arrested for the murders of the 4 kids at 1122 King Road was going to be a PhD student, right? And now here in this case, we have a medical doctor arrested. Get this. In order to become a vascular surgeon, this is just a typical route. 4 years of undergraduate, 4 years of medical school. A traditional path will then take you into 5 years of general surgery residency. And then after that, an additional 2 years of vascular surgery fellowship.
Look at that. Why does he? So you think it's steroids? It could be because he is bulked up all in the neck. Look at his jawline. No lips at all. Big old honker of a nose. His ears are pinned back over here. This one's poking out. Am I crazy? Is this ear pinned back? That ear is pinned back, right? That ear is pinned back. This one is out. No lips. His neck is huge. He looks like he should play football. No lips at all. Why does he look so different here? Hold on a second. He looks so different. I'm sorry. I just had to see that again. He looks different. All right, let me go.
Murder. And they're saying that he's going to be in court on Monday in 2 days. So it's going to be a shitty weekend in jail for Mr. McKee, without a doubt. What is interesting is how police said that they got to him. Behind the scenes, I have been wondering, what were these cops, what were these detectives doing? Why didn't they call in the FBI?
Steroids.
Jennifer Coffendorfer wondered, why didn't they bring in the FBI? They said they had so much surveillance video to go over that they were overwhelmed.
They didn't need the FBI. They had the surveillance video that tracked him. His car arrived right before the murders, and then the car left right after the murders. You see this. He's 6'1". I said 6'2". He's 6'1". That is him. How did he get in the house? Then when Diddy went over, now the cops said they banged on the door and no one came to the door. They didn't hear anything. They didn't try the door. They couldn't get in. But when Diddy got to the house, he got in the house. They went to the wrong home. They went to the wrong house.
And it's like, well, God, I mean, get help, because, TikTok, it's never good.
Look at this.
If there's a homicidal maniac running around town, like Kohberger did for a month and a half after the killings of the Idaho 4. But it turns out these cops were doing a lot behind the scenes.
Yep. They don't always like
this
to
is
tell
not
you.
some big dramatic confession. This is not a...
Just like Murdaugh, everybody kept saying the cops weren't doing anything. I kept saying they are working this. When that man said that someone shot him, but then he drove to the next county to call 911. I said he know the heat was on him. He was trying to take the heat off of him. Had his drug dealer buddy cousin shoot him. I said then from day one, that man murdered his wife and his son. And yes, he did. And he has been convicted. I'm waiting for his son to be charged with Stephen's murder.
Mind-blowing tip that opened this case wide open, right? Neighborhood surveillance. This is what it came down to. All those cameras that we've been showing you, obviously one's on houses, the one that was on the street corner, neighborhood surveillance. That's where this started, and that's how it ended. Investigators reviewed the footage from all around the Tepe's home, and they spotted something. A vehicle. A vehicle arriving in the area right before the shootings and leaving right after the shootings. What does this remind you of? They followed that vehicle trail. They identified that vehicle. And what do you know? They were able to...
Look at all these damn cameras. They can track your every movement.
Connect that specific vehicle back to Dr. McKee, Mo's ex-husband. Police later found this same car in Rockford, Illinois. Whatever it was, there's evidence inside the car that linked them back to Dr. McKee, and ownership of the vehicle. Not just a rented car, not a stolen car, not a borrowed car. Ownership of the car tied right back to
Dr. McKee.
Say it with me, Dr. McKee. And that's when things started getting real quick in the investigation. Now, once you start looking at Dr. McKee's history with Monique Tepe, with Mo, there are details that start to stand out, and not in a sensational way, but in a way that matters. Their marriage was very short, like ridiculously short. They got married in August of 2015. Nice summer wedding, right? But they were already separated by March of the next year. So count with me. That's 7 months.
And divorced
7 months. And they were already calling it quits and getting out of each other's hair. Here's what's a little bit weird. Doesn't really line up, but okay. They did not file for divorce right away. That's not so odd. Some people try to work it out during a trial separation, right?
And see, when she said this, I was thinking, maybe he thought he had a chance to get her back, and then she filed for divorce, and then she turns around and marries someone else, and then you have 2 kids with this man, and you're seeing this woman all across social media smiling, happy, and only thing you keep thinking of, she ditched me, a surgeon, for a fucking dentist. And I'm telling you, that's the way he was thinking. This is my opinion. That's the way he was thinking. I'm a fucking surgeon. He's a dentist. He's beneath me. You married him. You have 2 kids with him. You're doing this. You're doing that. That was eating him up.
They stayed legally married for more than a year after the separation.
Yes, she did.
That's going on a little bit. Like, okay, some people try separation for a year. So married 7 months, already moving out. And then it was like 14 months before they actually filed for divorce. So May of 2017. So they married in summer of 2015, out of it by the spring of 2016. A year and 2 months later, May of 2017, they're like, that's it, call it quits, file the paperwork, we're done. And then once the paperwork was filed for divorce, it was over almost immediately. And it was finalized by June. So May, June. Yeah, it was like about 6 weeks. That's really lightning fast. Like they had talked it all out. They had figured it all out. They didn't, end up in a trial. They didn't do any of that stuff. They did it in a settlement, right? It wasn't a divorce trial. It was a settled event.
So do we think that there was any kind of domestic violence in that marriage, or maybe because of the steroids, or, his temper would flare? I mean, something had to have happened. But she says they just weren't compatible. Not irreconcilable differences. She said they weren't compatible.
So that tells you that maybe things were smooth in the way they decided to divorce? Because listen, I've been divorced. I know the process. You can either be real ugly about it, or you can talk it out with your person, and you can decide to come to an agreement and then just go to court and stamp it. 6 weeks is that. The ugly stuff goes on for weeks and weeks and months and months.
Months and years and years and years. Yes, girl. I know. The ugly stuff.
Years and years for people who just can't get,
they're
too, just like at loggerheads. This doesn't sound like that to me.
Woman.
It's a bit strange given where we are. You got a marriage that ends fast. You got a long stretch of time where divorce isn't filed. Then you got a divorce that's like rubber stamped.
How do we know that he wasn't trying to fight the divorce? How do we know that he wasn't trying to stay in that marriage? How do we know that? Maybe she always wanted the divorce. Maybe. Oh, he showed his true self. Oh, many. So are they saying he was controlling, overly jealous? Hi, Drea. Good morning, my sweetie. Something had to change. You leave, or you snuck out after 7 months. Something must have happened within that marriage, because you planned this elaborate wedding, but she bought her own engagement ring, and she bought her wedding ring. Well, he was in school at the time, but she paid for it. So at one point, she loved this man and she wanted to marry him. What the hell changed?
Speed. So we looked a little further into the filings, and buried in those filings are little things that tell you a hell of a lot about how the relationship actually functioned while they were together and separated, right? Monique listed her engagement ring and her wedding ring as separate property, not marital property.
Yep.
And when asked why she did that, she wrote a very simple answer. You ready for this? It's weird. Quote, I paid. Quote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that could mean a lot of things.
Okay.
Though. Okay. She said I paid. So I'm taking she paid. Well, I'm taking it. She paid for the ring, and she paid for. But that's what it was stated in the Daily Mail. But maybe she means I paid the cost of being married to him. We don't know. But the way it was written sounds like she paid for her engagement ring and her wedding ring.
Maybe non-traditional. It's not usual. It's not typical. An engagement ring is usually purchased by the guy, given to the girl, owned by the girl. There's been a lot of contentious fights in civil court about give me back the ring if the marriage doesn't work out or if the engagement's off. And typically it belongs.
Exactly, Cindy. He may have finally divorced her, but it festered mentally and became too much for him to bear. And his disbelief became extreme rage at her having a new life he felt was supposed to be his. Exactly.
To the person who got it. Then again, oftentimes it's looked at as a contract. You bought a ring, you gave it to the girl as a promissory contract that there will be a union. So sometimes you can look at it as, hey, it was just a gift. You should give it to me. I own it. I'm the, ownership is king. But but often it can be looked at as contract. So there she is writing, I paid. She bought her own engagement and wedding rings. She put the values on them as well. The engagement ring was $2,500. The wedding ring was $3,500. And I know what you're going to say. Wait, the engagement ring was cheaper than the wedding ring? It's usually the other way around. Like an engagement ring usually has a stone in it, a diamond, typically, not always, but usually. And the wedding ring is usually a band. But no, this is what the documents say. The divorce documents say she paid $2,500 for the engagement ring and $3,500 for the wedding ring. And by the way, can I just mention, $2,500 for an engagement ring means you're not really getting a big stone. You're going to be hard-pressed to get a very big stone at $2,500. So I looked at the wedding ring best I could.
Minnie, he was see, I said it. There was a lot of Googles. I heard that on another thing. But can they trace that to him? I heard that on some podcast I was listening to. Can they trace those Google searches to him?
To Spencer Teppey and what that looked like. I don't know if Monique paid for it. I don't know if Spencer paid for it. But from what we can see in her wedding videos and her wedding photos, the stone looks kind of significant, big enough to stand out in the picture. My guess is that it was likely not a $2,500 engagement ring marrying Spencer Teppey, for what it's worth.
Obsession.
So I don't know if there was financial.
Yeah, he couldn't stand him. He couldn't stand him. And he looks like he's taller than McKee. He looks well put together. Nice suit. It's not fitting too well right in here, though. But, yeah. You're sleeping with my wife, and that's the way he's thinking about it. And now my wife have kids with you. No, he festered. He probably drank, drove, but how did he get in the house? How did he get in the house? Because they were in the bed. Maybe that time when that person went to that other person's house. Hi, Lightning Viper. He does look like a young Christian Bale. Maybe that time when that guy was, or whoever was banging on that woman's door, maybe he realized it wasn't the right house. I'm sure he's made several trips there watching and observing her. I'm sure he has. In order for him to know that there are cameras around and he's all covered up, he's made several trips there.
Acrimony in the last marriage. I don't know if things got so much better in this marriage. Could it have meant pictures like this online that, made the ex-husband seething with anger and seeing this lavish lifestyle and this beautiful wedding and this lovely house?
But he had a lavish lifestyle as well. Their house was only $700,000. His is almost $1 million damn dollars. Hi, Claudia. Lightning Viper, I want to tell you, I like your music. I really, really do. If somebody want to drop Lightning's link, he's always in Flavor's chat and she's always playing his music. I really do like your music.
To think about when we're thinking about motive, when we're thinking about how, the whys. There's going to be a lot more talk about all of that. But at the time that the filings, at the time all of that was happening, they were not even living in the same state, right? Dr. McKee and Monique. Monique was living in Ohio and she was working for Nationwide. And Dr. McKee was working in Virginia at a medical clinic. So not just separation in the same city, they weren't seeing each other more than likely. There was also a standard mutual restraining order.
She wasn't his window dressing. See, I think he knew the guy. Because they were 2 years behind. Well, he's 39. The dentist is 37. I think they could have known each other.
That was issued as part of the divorce. And let me stop you right there. I got a divorce. There was no such thing as that for us. Standard restraining order. I wouldn't have filed it anyway. I didn't have that kind of divorce. But
I didn't have one.
a mutual standard restraining order. Maybe it's unique to Ohio, maybe other states as well. It's not standard for every state, I can tell you. But this was boilerplate in this case, and maybe a lot of other cases in Ohio. But it does specifically prohibit harassment and bodily harm between
I like her
spouses.
tennis bracelet.
Okay.
Yep, they had a restraining order, a temporary
This is years
one.
ago, right? Right now, Dr. McKee has not entered a plea. He's sitting in jail. I don't even know if they have a magistrate on duty, right? It might just be one of those things it sucks to be arrested on a Friday night or a Saturday because you're going to sit there until judge comes back into work Monday morning, right? Sometimes they have weekend magistrates who can, do some things.
Okay, but they said he was a dentist, so they didn't say oral surgeon. Maybe he is. But the surgeon, the vascular surgeon, that is a specialized field. So that would be a big difference. And I don't think his ego can take it. He's living in a condo or an apartment that's almost $1 million. Oh, it's not standard in Illinois. Thank you, Minnie.
But they're not going to give you bond, not typically for something this big. He has not been extradited back to Ohio yet, so he's still sitting in Illinois.
But he will be.
And police haven't laid out a public motive yet. I don't know if there'll be a gag in this case or not. But the case has shifted. It has shifted. Holy shit, did it ever just shift? We're not asking who at this point. We're asking why. And we're asking how. But I do have one big fear, and that is motive. Just like Kohberger, we still don't know.
He was seething.
We still don't know what brought him to that house. In this case, at least we have one thing that's crystal clear. He knew this woman. If it's Dr. McKee.
It's Dr. McKee. I said it yesterday. It's Dr. McKee. It's him. They tracked his ass through with surveillance. They tracked him to his car. The car pulled up before the murders. He walked his ass back to the car. They found the same car at his residence. There was evidence inside the car. It was him. It was him. And it's because of his jealousy and his obsession with that woman. I'm serious. My ex scared the shit out of me. The stalking, sitting outside, watching.
He knew this woman, and they had a love affair, and it went south. And she had a new love affair that was looking pretty good. 2 beautiful kids, great house, successful dentist, lovely wedding video that's all over the internet. So, and you know that there's a fine line between love and hate, right? And it is a razor's edge, and when you tip over, you're in it. You're into hate.
It's a thin line between
so
love and
it got
hate.
me thinking about the 3 shell casings and the information about the forensics of the bodies, how Mo and Spencer were found. We know that Mo was shot once in the chest, and we know that Spencer was shot multiple times. I'm thinking twice because there's 3 shell casings, but I don't know.
That's rage. That is rage. You shot them in their bed. This, again, Betty Broderick. Betty Broderick. Betty Broderick. Shot him in the bed. He didn't have any kids to get the house key from. How did he get in the house? Again, how did he get in the house? That's all I want to know. How did he get? Spencer was a dental surgeon. Thank you. Damn right it was him. Me too, Heidi. My ex still a nut. I'm serious. But how did he get in the house? How did he get in the house?
If the killer picked up a couple shell casings on the way out, I don't know how many times he was shot. But if that's the case,
they said multiple times.
It could be 2 things.
If they would have said twice, they would have been twice. They said Spencer was shot multiple times. Maybe he picked up some casings. Who knows? They didn't say he was shot twice. They specifically said Mo was shot once in the chest. They said he was shot multiple times. Multiple.
I hate you. I want you to suffer. I'm going to shoot you once and watch you die. And I hate him too. but I'm going to take him out with a number of gunshots, right?
I think he shot him first. You're going to always go for the man first. Now, they didn't see her because she was on the other side of the bed. When Diddy went in, he saw him with the blood, and he was tangled up in the sheets, I guess trying to get out the bed. But he shot him first. If you break into a home and there's a man and a woman, who are you going to go for first? You're going to go for that man first because he might be able to overpower you. Why not just shoot the husband and get the fuck out of there? Why shoot her? Why leave those two kids? What is it, a 4-year-old and a 17-month-old? Why would you leave two kids? Oh, and a dog. Why would you leave those kids without a parent? You're a narcissistic, selfish motherfucker. You're jealousy. And now, all those years of schooling, all that money, you're going to rot in the pits of hell. And does Chicago have the death penalty? Ohio. Does Ohio have the death penalty?
A little like Betty Broderick, right? If you think of Betty Broderick,
I thought
bursted into the bedroom of her ex-husband and his new wife and shot them in bed.
This last night when I heard
Spencer was seen off the bed in a pool of blood, covered in blood.
Sassy.
The 911 caller did not see Mo, but I've got lots coming up on what he did see, where he saw it from, clearing up a lot of the confusion in that. But again, you're going to have to listen to the stuff that I just recorded before the arrest, when my headspace was, in the mystery of who done it, and the Idaho, yesterday. And I quote, "I know it's frustrating for people. I know they want answers. As soon as we are able to provide more information, we will absolutely be coming back." Caller who called 911 from inside that home 9 months before the double murder was, in fact, not
KK.
Monique Tepe, the murder victim.
Hi, this is 911. We've got a hang-up call. Is everything okay?
Yep. He crossed state lines.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm okay.
From Illinois to Ohio.
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're crying. Do you need police, paramedics, or anything?
No, I'm okay. I promise. I'm just emotional. I'm okay. I don't need nothing.
Well, can I ask what had you call 911 in the first place? Like, were you having an argument with somebody?
Me and my gang got into it, but I'm okay. I promise.
Did anything ever get physical?
See, I think that's the babysitter. Me too. I think that's the babysitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really think that's the babysitter.
Well, I have the information here. I can go ahead and tell the officers to cancel hitting her to your
She sounds young. I think that's the babysitter.
address there at 1411 North 4th Street.
Yes.
If anything changes, call us back.
Okay.
All right,
I'm sorry.
So that part is squared away. It officially was not Mo
it's the
Tepe
babysitter
on the line.
Look how happy
but if
this
it was
woman
not
was.
her, who the hell
The
was it?
babysitter.
I'm going to ask a very pointed question about that in just a moment. And I'm kind of going on a theory that some people may think is squirrely, but it's where my mind went. And I'm going to get some clarity from somebody who knows a lot about stuff like this in just a second. But now Columbus police are actually going further and releasing another piece of information that seems to add more questions than answers to this mystery.
Found out about the arrest.
They are confirming that there's been no history of domestic calls from this home, and that there's been no history of calls to 911 altogether from this home.
Okay, hold on a second. KK made a point. Anyone can drive by your address and call 911. It will ping at your address. It's happened to me. Oh my, I didn't think about that, KK. I thought it was the babysitter, but she could have just been driving by, but it didn't sound like she was in a car though. Huh. I didn't think about that. Huh. Okay, let's listen to what Ashley had to say about that.
So how do detectives work these details into the investigation? How might this information help them track the killer? Earlier on my News Nation show, I talked to retired FBI agent Jennifer Koffendorfer, who served on a tactical SWAT team and even worked undercover during her time at the Bureau. And I put this to her, and that little theory that I've developed, I wanted to know how she'd weigh in, and here's our conversation. Here is a question. Please don't think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I can't help thinking about it. If it wasn't Motepi now officially,
she's got some
is it possible that this was someone having an affair with Spencer, who was so distraught and angry that she came back and exacted vengeance? And is that a theory that
police... that's what I thought too yesterday. I said it could have been an ex-girlfriend. Maybe he was having an affair. But then when I heard about the husband, I said, no, it's the husband. It's the husband. It's the ex-husband. Not knowing this asshole drove 2 states to kill this woman, but I'm sure he's made this trip many of times.
Might actually be running down at this point.
Well, I think it's a logical theory. Certainly nothing that we have heard substantiated from law enforcement. But you can bet they are going to run down.
Koffendorfer. What the fuck? I would not marry a man with that last name. Ooh. Got you, KK. Okay, Cindy, got it. Okay.
Who made that call? Interview that woman and find out what the details were surrounding that.
So no suspects, no motives. Day 10, I am getting, Kohberger anxiety. Is that, are you feeling the same thing? Is it shades of BK?
It's shades, but this is the piece that really concerns me, Ash, is why in the world don't we have the FBI involved for the reason
this was before the
offering
arrest.
To look at all that surveillance video? That chief said they're basically overwhelmed with that video. You need to get the Bureau in there to help with the review of that video.
It's a really good point, because I just assume, when you have something this mysterious and you're 10 days in, that the FBI has already been called. We also learned that the police admitted they went to the wrong house for the welfare check. So normally I would say, okay, so that's just a difference in minutes because someone else came and eventually the cops got there. But all those people who showed up at the house and were calling the police again to say, you got to get here. And the second round of cops that got to the house, well, there's footprints now everywhere. Yeah. So could the killer's footprints be compromised now?
Absolutely, Ashley. That actually cost almost an hour between response times. And remember, there was a friend who actually entered that house, called and reported on that second floor.
So again, Diddy got in the house. And when they called again, they said they were en route. The cops went to the wrong address. Wait a minute. I can't stand Koffendorfer. Really?
Seeing the Tepi, at least Dr. Tepi there, very concerning. Whenever you go into a scene, you leave something, and whenever you depart, you take something. So it's a problem.
My thanks to Jennifer Koffendorfer. I always love touching base with her because she does this, right? This is what her whole career was. But there is something that I want to do now that I think will debunk a lot of the confusion about where the 911 caller was when he discovered the bodies. Was he looking through the window? Was he inside the house? It's all pretty clear now he was inside the house. There's a couple of reasons why I can tell you that is likely what will become the official account. And that is the sound of his voice when he discovers the body of Spencer. He does not see Monique. Mo may have been on the other side, fallen off the bed.
I didn't know she reported on Karen Read. Girl, I was so happy when Karen Read got off. I didn't know she reported on Karen Read at all. I was watching it on CNN.
Just like Rob Reiner's discovery, his daughter saw daddy, did not see mom, right? She saw Rob Reiner dead, but she did not see her mother, Michelle, dead because she may have been on the other side of the bed. I think that might have been a circumstance here. But I'm going to play you this 911 call. And I want to just say thank you to Plunder True Crime. It's a YouTube channel that obtained the full 911 call, because when you hear the full call, all the clues come like cascading out. What you're going to hear is Alex Diddy, Spencer's friend, who's inside the house, and he's
D-I-T-T-Y.
upstairs now in the master bedroom. He sees this awful carnage. He says, "Oh God." And then afterwards, you can hear a child who says something like, "Mommy," or some, it's hard to tell, but it sounds like mommy. And you can hear his footsteps going downstairs, and he goes, "Come downstairs." And then he goes on with the details to 911 when he's already downstairs. So the reason he said I can't get closer,
I guess because I was watching most of it on TikTok outside the courtroom, when all the people were out there, and then I would get updates on CNN, what happened in the courtroom. I did not know she was reporting on that.
I believe is because I think he has the child or the children with him downstairs at this point. So he can't just leave them, and he sure as hell can't take them up there to see this. And it may also be the reason why the family member that I interviewed, the children's uncle, told me that he believed that the kids did not see the murder nor the aftermath, the carnage. And it may have been because Alex Diddy got them the hell out of the second floor and downstairs before. Thank God if he did that before they could see any of that. So I'm going to play the call for you now and listen for those cues that Alex Diddy says about seeing Spencer saying, "Oh God," and then you hear, "Mommy, get downstairs now," and the footsteps. Have a listen.
911. What's location of your emergency? 1411 North 4th. Okay, 1411 North 4th. We've got several calls on that. What's changed since the last person I talked to?
There's a body. There's a body.
There's a body inside?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get you on the line with the medic, okay?
What you need a medic for? What you need a medic for? He said body. What you need a medic for? Body. B-O-D-Y. Meaning not breathing. Deceased. Damn it. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. Okay, KK. All right, KK. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
What is the address of your emergency?
1411 North 4th.
Yeah, I didn't hear mommy.
Yeah.
All right. The house apartment?
House.
All right. What's going on there?
There's a body. Our friend wasn't answering his phone. We just did a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead.
Okay.
There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. I can't get closer to see more than that.
So he's laying next to his bed. So does that mean that he heard something and he was trying to get out the bed, or did he surprise him but he said he's laying next to his bed? Yeah, he said go downstairs, but I didn't hear the mommy part. That's what I keep trying to hear. And I heard this on Blunder.
Okay, so you can tell he's obviously not breathing or anything?
Yeah.
Is it like puddle, does he look like...
It doesn't look puddled. I can't look.
Okay. All right. I understand.
He said, I can't look.
And when was the last time somebody spoke to him?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, I suppose.
Yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
How old is he?
37.
37. Okay. Is he like a drug user or anything like that?
No.
Okay. There's a puddle of blood. And you asked him if he was a drug user. Why would there be a puddle of blood laying next to the bed if you were a drug user? There will be vomit if you overdose. You're going to be throwing up. Okay, sorry. Because that's on my niece. Oh, God, here we go.
All right, just that's a really young age.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, all right, we're on our way. Okay, sir, can you stay on the line for a minute, and can you give me your name?
Alex Diddy.
I'm sorry?
Alex Diddy.
Alex, how do you spell your last name?
D-I-T-T-Y.
Here's something else to think about, because I had two children close in age.
Think so?
So I remember when they were 4, when they were 2. Mine are 19 months apart. And these kids are 17 months and 4. I never locked them into their rooms. That would be nuts.
Who would lock their child in their room at night? Oh, Gabby will. But who in their right mind locks a kid in a room at night? I know where she was going with this. Did they see their daddy laying there in blood? Did they see this? Did they witness this? I know where she's going with that. But who in the fuck's going to lock their kids in the room?
Right. But I did put up child gates so that if they got up in the middle of the night, they would wander and fall down the stairs or get hurt. I don't know what Spencer and Mo's setup was on the second floor, but
they probably had up child gates too. But there's a 4-year-old, the 17-month-old, who knows? But I'm sure they had up some kind of gates because there's a dog too. So Ashley, that I didn't. I was like, there was no need to bring that up. I'm sorry. There was no need to bring that up.
We kind of know that the kids are upstairs. I'm just going to say this. Very few parents would ever sleep on a different floor than their babies. It's just not done. Some do, but it's not usual. So I'm just going to go on the norm that the children have bedrooms upstairs, even though there's bedrooms in the basement of this house. So kids upstairs, middle of the night, gunshots going off, maybe even yelling and screaming would probably wake up the kids.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Kids can sleep through anything. You can sleep right next to you. I remember this story where this guy was shot in his bed by the ex-wife and her brother because of custody. I think you guys might remember that too. The wife did not hear the shot. She woke up that morning and her husband was laying next to her, bloodied, and she didn't know what happened. They charged her with murder, only to find out it was the daughter's mother and her brother that did it. She was knocked out. She didn't hear the gunshot. I keep doing that.
Have woken up the kids? Don't know. But if those kids were up, would the 4-year-old have been able to get out of the bedroom and wander and discover? I don't know. Again, the uncle of the children believes that didn't happen. But it is interesting how it could be that they were kept at bay until perhaps Alex Diddy was able to rescue them and get them downstairs. Anyway, it's something we'll eventually find out, I think, right? But at this point, it's just a fascinating notion to know it's not that big a house. Kids are on the second floor with parents. Lots of gunshot wounds because Spencer was shot multiple times. Monique was shot in the chest.
Now you said twice as first.
Guns are loud.
Multiple times.
That would likely wake up children. And maybe it woke them up and they went back to sleep, knowing that everything had gone quiet. Anyway, I want to cover this other aspect that is just sort of perplexing. And I've just kind of done some sleuthing with some street views of North 4th. And here's why I think the police didn't even show up on North 4th. They have admitted that they went to the wrong house when they were asked to do a welfare check just after 9 o'clock in the morning. And they've said that they went to 1417. And we know that the Tepes house is 1411. Well, that's the same side of the street. They're odd numbers, right? So we know that 1417 would be maybe 3 doors down. Because if you count up by 2, which is typically how addresses go, you go 1411, then 1413, then 1415, then 1417. Sometimes there's multiple addresses in one house, so I'll accommodate for that. But we know this. I'm going to show you a picture of the Tepes house on North 4th, and the police are just out front parked. You can see it's the brown house right behind that light pole. Yeah, the house on the left is a white house. It's on the corner.
The ex-husband.
Okay? That's 8th. Right, you're on North 4th right now with the cops parked here, but the cross street is on the other side of that house on the left. The White House on the left. That's 8th. So count up from the Tepes.
I want to get here. Why was he singing as he's driving? Yep, they could have thought it was fireworks. He's whistling and everything. Just another day on the job.
Radio 31. This is 8A3752 North High.
Yes, he is.
Drop his rear entry door front motion.
Put the gloves on. Might have to go beat somebody's ass. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
931. Send that to me. Clear for Wi-Fi.
31 on Shaker.
Have you guys actually seen the inside of a police car? I mean, actually up close. Because one of my friends, the computer swivel. And I'm like, that would be annoying driving with that there. But if you see them and they're typing in at the light, they're typing in your license plates and shit. For no reason.
I was made for loving you, baby.
Why is he singing? And look how the lights are flashing in his car. Look at that. Are his lights on? Look at, did you guys notice the flashing? Hi, Nooksy.
61. 20.
I was made for loving you.
21.
Really?
19.
So he went to the wrong house. As he's singing, he was made for loving you. See, his lights are flashing. I think his sirens are on. Because look how they're flashing, and this is flashing. I was made for loving you? Okay. Wrong house, all the way. Wrong house. $14.17.
Unit 43.
Wrong house. Not that I don't know if they could have been saved, but he went to the wrong house.
30A 980 King Apartment 8.
Not even the right street. Nothing. Well, they said it was the right street, but because they went 1411, right? And he went to 1417. But then it all depends on how his dispatch scored. Why is he whistling? Okay, so you're doing a welfare check, right? I want to see if he's looking through. He just knocked. Damn, they need to spray wash that house. Jesus. Oh, that needs a nice pressure washing. Jesus Christ, that's dirty. And that's what they call, what do you call
Everybody
that?
home?
Party plank? Party plank.
Anybody home?
Yep, this is a welfare check, guys. It is. It's bothering me too. Okay, thank you. I thought it was 1411. Okay. But if you look, isn't that their house over here? That's the new houses.
Bird.
No dog.
Anybody home? There we go.
Cinder blocks. What the hell?
Anybody home?
What a knock. What's all that shit piled up back there? Please stop whistling. Man, y'all need to do something with the vines growing all up. Come on, people.
Well,
take care of your property.
Maybe the old college try.
I should go to mama's house and pull all that shit down. Get somebody. Come on now. That's that Hardy plank. See, isn't that the new houses across the street?
It's obvious that's not the house, right? That cop walked up to the left-hand side of an older house, 1417, and didn't walk up any stairs, just walked right towards the door. That is not the house that you just saw on the picture I showed you on North 4th. 3 doors down from the Teppies, 1417 North 4th. I, for that reason, do not believe that the cops were even on North 4th. Look, I'm happy to be disproven because lots of these houses have been knocked down and rebuilt, but that house on North 4th is old. That's been there a long time. And the house that the cop walked up to, that's old too. That's been there for a long time. So I'll be curious to find out what street did they actually respond to. And I also am curious to find out what instruction did the cop get from dispatch.
That's what I wanted to know. What came from dispatch? That's what I want to know. What did dispatch give them? So, I mean, what did dispatch give them? Sweet, I'm telling you, this is
1411 North 4th and screw up so royally?
So she was at
or did the cop get a
North
bogus instruction from dispatch? That part of the tapes I haven't heard yet, and I'm willing to suspend disbelief until I get
on the
more
other podcast,
clarity.
I
So
keep
that's
doing
where
that.
we stand. And all
From the other podcast I listened to, they said they went to the house to the left. They were on the same street. If you looked, you saw new houses on the other side from where the officer was.
being behind the scenes, being like, I'm right here and you don't even see me or know it's me. Did he do that? Also, what kind of communications has he been having with Monique Tepe recently? Any? Could it be, if he's guilty, could it be
Very
5 years
unprofessional.
of just
Oh!
seething anger boiling over in a moment where he might have seen a wedding video online? Or 10 years of anger of losing
what I
someone he
said.
didn't want to lose? Is that possible? Because again, they're apart 10 years ago. She's married 5 years ago to some new man. So I want to see what the cops are going to find on all his electronics.
That's what I want to do too, Ashley. But also, I wanted to tell you, the cop that ran over that college student when he was speeding, he was speeding at 74. The speed limit was 35. He had been fired. And then the cop that we heard on the radio that was laughing, saying that pull out the checkbook, write a check for $11,000 because she was in school and she wasn't worth much. He was fired as well, but now he's suing the city for wrongful termination. Bitch, you were caught on your mic laughing with your police union representative about a 19-year-old girl that was run down by one of your colleagues. And he said, oh, I think she just bounced off the hood, and was laughing about it. Let me see, can I find that? Because I wanted you guys to hear that, but I'm going to go. Georgia's going to go live. And then we had a mom of 3 in Orange County, which I'm going to play this one real quick. A mom of 3 in Orange County who was shot in her bed 10 times. 10 times. Just
2 years after a deadly shooting, the court case moves forward for the suspect or suspected accomplice of what deputies say was a staged home invasion murder. As West 2's David Jones reports, 2 men were arrested in an Orange County mother's killing, and one has now been transferred into Orange County custody.
Investigators say 30-year-old mother Porsche Streeter ran a hairdressing business from her apartment,
You remember this case,
which
right?
became a crime scene. In January 2024, deputies responded to find Streeter shot to death and her boyfriend, 32-year-old Son Range Jr., who was shot in his upper arm. A year and some change later.
So she was shot 10 times. He was shot in his upper arm. Really, bitch? Really, bitch? Okay. She shot 10 times. He was shot once in the upper arm.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office arrested Range for the killing, saying he orchestrated the whole thing, along with Benjamin Garman, making it all look like a home invasion.
You're now in a situation where you are looking at life in prison.
Criminal defense attorney Trey Flynn, who's unassociated with the case, says the brutal nature of the killing elevates it.
This is a very, very, very serious crime. In this situation, Mr. Garman is alleged to have shot somebody not just one time, but 10 times. And what does that mean? That means there's an aggravation there in this sort of homicide case. You're not going to be able to claim self-defense.
That's what I'm saying. So I want to bring that up because in the TP case, Spencer was shot multiple times. He's angry at Spencer. He's pissed off at Mo. He shoots her once. But Spencer was shot multiple times. So again, we're going to see what happened. We're going to definitely see what happens with this. But I want to know how many trips. And you know, they're going to be finding out all of this information. You just don't wake up one morning or one day you go, oh, I'm going to go kill my ex-wife today. Yep, he shot himself like he was in a movie. I'm going to go kill my ex-wife today and her husband. He wasn't in a psychosis, was he? No, I think he had been stalking her. I think he had been watching her on social media. I'm looking to see what Google searches, how are they going to trace that back to him? They said there was evidence found in a car, but they're not saying what the evidence is. I am wondering how many trips have he made to Chicago? Is there a toll road there? Or which I know there are surveillance cameras. Tell me they're going to be tracking his car to see how many times he's made this trip. They're going to be checking and checking. They're going to be checking street videos, streets. They're going to see how many times this man, not Chicago, how many times this guy went to Ohio from Illinois. They will be checking. So you guys have, yes, the surgeon is the ex is a vascular surgeon in Illinois. George, I'm telling you, when I heard about the dentist being, I said, oh my God. No, I'm just joking, George. Anyway, so they're going to be checking everything. They're going to be checking everything, all the cameras. This didn't just come out the blue. They're going to be checking to see if he had been sending her messages, if he had been stalking her. They will be checking everything. Everything. Yes, there are tolls if he, oh, thank you, Drea. So they're going to be checking that as well. They're going to be checking. This is not out of the blue. Has he been calling her? Has he been stalking her? Did she tell? Because his name came up. They said about the ex-husband. I heard it on TikTok. And I was like, the ex-husband? I'm like, wait a minute. Are those his kids? But they're not. So was she telling people he was contacting her? He was threatening her. He was harassing her. What was going on? Oh, yes, he had to. So again, this is not something you just wake up and go, okay, I'm going to go kill this bitch. Was there communication between them? What was he saying to her? How long has he been stalking her? I think he was obsessed. You married a dentist to a doctor, to a medical doctor. I don't care if the dentist is an oral surgeon, to a medical doctor. They find that they are superior to podiatrists, to dentists. They think they are, even though they go through the same medical classes, but then you branch off into your specialty, they find themselves to be superior. You think oh my God, George, I need to look. Like I said, oh my God, I was gone all day yesterday. But if he was stalking her, this makes sense. But why wouldn't you have extra security? Why wouldn't you have double? How did he get in the house? How did he get in the house? That is the question. They said it was no forced entry. But then Minnie said, was it Minnie or was it Sassy? Said that he's a vascular surgeon, so he can pick a lock. I never thought about that. But I want to know, how did he get in the house? How did he get in the house? They saw him pull up in the wee hours of the morning. They tracked him, and then after the murders, he's walking away, goes right back to that car. How did he retrieve access to that home? Yasmina, a lot of them are like that. Oh my, George, you gotta let me know what the local news station. Well, I can find it. I'll find it. I found it. Because see, the other news station I was looking at was NBC4 Columbus, because that's the one that I was also listening to. That's the one I subscribed to when this happened. So anyway, I'm gonna go. George is getting ready to go live. Can we drop George's link? Oh, they got him on plate readers too. Thank you, Minnie. Hold on. Let me get George's channel real quick so I can drop George's channel here. Hold on. Let me get George. So if you guys are not subscribed to George, he'll be live in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. There we go. That's George's channel. He could get a pardon or put in a low security prison if he don't. Yeah. So you remember, I don't know if you guys remember, well, and also in Vegas too, you have these non-driving cars, these automated cars, and they circle and they're scanning the street. And it's weird to see these cars on the road. They have cameras all around them, and they're reading plates and stuff. But they're also up and down the strip. So, but those cars are in Maryland as well. They're in Maryland as well. Self-driving. Yeah, self-driving. And first time I saw them, I was like, what? And then there's a thing on top of them. It's just weird to see. It's very, very weird to see. But they're out there. Let's see. He could get a pardon. Waymo cars, we got them here. Okay, you got them there too. Okay. But they got the thing on top. They got cameras all around them. And they're self-driving cars. And I was like, what? When I saw those in Vegas, I was like, what the hell? But they're in Maryland as well, and in some parts of Virginia. So I'm going to go. I appreciate all you guys. Have a great, great Sunday. And I'll see some of you in Georgia's, hopefully all of you, except for a few of you. Love you guys. Bye.